Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Got another quickie reading article here for this Saturday. List of places that have banned Chris. Now this sounded familiar, like I've already done it, but I checked both my lists, my notepad list of articles that I've covered, and my playlist. Because all my article readings go into a playlist, and this is not on there, so I'm going to assume that I have not done it. So anyway, let's read this. This is like semi-long, but they're like short little readings each. So, list of places that have banned Chris. Got to start with a quote. Ban has happened again, and that was Chris after being banned from Walmart for the third time. Although he is, at least physically, a grown adult, Chris is not above throwing tantrums and generally being a nuisance in public places. Because of his obnoxious behaviour, Chris has been either temporarily or permanently banned from many places, physically or not. Following his incest charges, it is expected that that list is going to get much longer. We've got some pictures here, like the ban hammer and like GameStop kicking him out. So yeah, a lot is a hell of a lot. So shops, the game place. Already read the main article of that. According to Mims, Chris was banned twice. The first time, which was temporary, was when Chris attempted to make a box of prizes. To take out a box of prizes and badges for the Pokemon card game league without the permission and authorization to do so. Michael Snyder later wound up perma-banning him on the 28th of August 2008 after Chris got confrontational with a black child. He did, but even this failed to keep Chris away from the store. Following the events of the 28th of October 2011, Chris was definitely banned by court order from ever re-entering the store, all the way to its shutdown in June 2014, which, if I'm still correct, it is a chocolatier store. Charlottesville Fashion Square, main article. Yeah, I've already read this one as well. Chris was busted 4 times here. How the fuck do you get busted 4 times out of Walmart? It's a low tier place anyway. Once for loitering. The second incident may or may not have been Chris's shout upon learning Hannah was trolling him. He was banned for a year, but the ban was since expired. On the 28th of April 2012, it has been revealed that he was banned again, this time arguing with trolls loudly on his phone. He was later banned again, apparently for life, after the 26th of December 2014 incident, proving that he failed to learn anything. Chris trespassed at the mall in 2018 March. Ending up being forced to undertake the therapeutic docket after the mall staff caught him and pressed charges. Now on to Walmart. For some reason I thought this one was the Walmart for some reason, I don't know why. Walmart. Chris has been kicked out of Walmart on at least 4 separate occasions, again with the 4. On the 23rd of June 2005, the African-American manager of the Charlottesville store's McDonald's, depicted as the B manager by Chris in the comics, attempted to have Chris arrested for loitering. Is that really a criminal offence over there? It's probably because it was Chris. But his own fast thinking and hiding the attraction sign, which got him in trouble in the first place, ended up with him removed from the restaurant for the rest of the day, or so he says. The actual banning came 2 days later, on the 25th of June, when Chris returned and attempted to loiter again. Both managers for McDonald's and Walmart confronted Chris, but Chris refused to listen to the managers, ran off and nearly ran over one of them and caused with the running over. In late 2009, he returned to Walmart, forcing one of the female employees to make him for a sports bar. That must be gross. Proving he learned nothing. Chris was banned again in September 2013, this time for at the recent Ruckersville location after vandalizing a Xbox One sign to read Hexbox One, according to his Facebook post on the 6th of September 2013. In the ensuing Facebook post, he blames almost everyone else but himself for the ban, including Michael Schneider, Megan Schroeder, Mary Lee Walsh, which had absolutely nothing to fucking do with it, and even his defense attorney Bob Bell, again, which had nothing to do with it. It was his own doing. 1 year later, Chris got thrown out of Walmart yet again after an employee recognized and confronted him. He eventually left, but not before threatening the employee with pepper spray. For reference, it came a week after he was arrested for attacking a GameStop employee with mace. Again, he likes to mace people. This is one of his problems. Target. Main article. Get Tariqan. Again, I don't think I read about Walmart or Target. I might leave them until a later day. On the 20th of July 2005, almost a month after Chris's incident over at Walmart, he attempted to loiter at a newly built Target, intending to exploit their free soda refill deal. Yeah, there's a limit on that thing, you know. While he tried to get a boyfriend, 3 girls. According to Emily, Chris was approached by management and asked to leave, but he refused. When the issue was pressed, he insulted them and forced them to call the cops. When they did, Chris tried to run, forcing them to tackle, hog tie and handcuff him. All at the store's opening week. Yeah, I bet you that week was fucking amazing. McDonald's. Chris was temporarily banned at McDonald's at Forest Lakes in June 2012. He had been loitering in the restaurant to grab newspapers that customers had left behind. An employee confronted Chris about it and he was ordered to leave, but not before taking 2 unsolicited photos of people at the restaurant, which is illegal. He then ranted on Facebook about the experience, trying to incite readers to throw newspapers at the damn old big black woman's face. According to Kim Wilson, he had wanted a newspaper of the Chandler dogs to relieve themselves on, as it was Barbara's policy for the dogs to do out on the newspaper inside the house when they should have had they're big dogs, they should have had kennels outside, to be fair. GameStop. Chris had already been banned from Fashion Square's branch of the local GameStop for his Sonic Boom protests when on the 26th of December 2014 he came disguised in a pair of My Little Pony novelty glasses, supposedly intending to buy new Skylanders figures and some second-hand Wii U games. Did anyone really buy Wii U games when it came out? However, the staff confronted him and they were unmoved by the protests, where he was there to actually buy stuff rather than vandalise their property. He eventually left, but not before assaulting one of the employees by spraying his can of pink mace at his shirt. A felony. This act resulted in him getting arrested. After Chris was let off with a fine in October 2015, he received a letter prompting to be from GameStop, informing him that his ban has been upgraded to a statewide one. Which that letter, I think, was a fake letter, by the way. Chris uploaded a video about this on the 7th of December. However, the statewide ban was later proven to be the work of a troll. I told you. He'd only be banned from the GameStops in that area. Best Buy. Chris was caught attempting to shoplift a game from Best Buy in early 2014. Yeah, the thing about that is, if it works like games that get like game shops over here, they actually have empty boxes as like display boxes on the shelf. You just take the game box to the to the counter, and they will open up the drawer or go into the back, get the game and put it in the box. They don't have it in the case already, otherwise a lot of people will be taking them out of the cases and slipping them in their pockets. Yeah, but it's just Chris. He thinks that the games are already out there. According to Chris, he was formally notified that he was banned from Best Buy a few days after the 28th of December 2014, when he was released from jail due to the GameStop's pepper spray incident. He stated in November 2015 that he believed that the ban was part of a conspiracy masterminded by the yellow-shirted foe, again no, who he thought was working at both GameStop and Best Buy. You can't work at two stores at once, like that sort of area. We actually got a bit of writing of Chris right here. To make this story short, a few days after I got out of jail on the 28th of December 2014, and I had absolutely no pepper spray on my person whatsoever, because, as I had mentioned earlier, I have emptied the canister and disposed of the canister. Yeah, this is him stuttering, that's why it's like a lot of words are repeated half the time. I had done nothing at Best Buy prior to that day, and a certain manager spokes the living crap out of me, telling me that I'm not welcome here and I was banned from there. I had asked why. He did not give me any answer. Then I reached into my bag to grab some money out, a little fund, to see if I can pay my way out of it. That's bribery, that's also illegal. I had not said anything about the pepper spray whatsoever, but I put my hand in the bag, and his subsequent shouts he's going for the pepper spray. I stopped in surprise after hearing that. Ultimately, I left the store. I had gone there again months later to be met with the same spiel and no answer why. I even went over their heads on the telephone to try and resolve it. Nothing, because they're not fucking interested. Then last Tuesday, November 10th, I went there again to buy a Lego Dimensions pack with a $10 certificate coupon or voucher. I got met in the back of the store with this spiel once again. This time I asked why and finally got the answer. They said that I, quote, threatened them with pepper spray, and we have video footage, unquote. But again, this time they said anything about me not being welcome there. I had not, nor either threatened anyone at the store, nor have I any pepper spray on my visits there and then prior. On the 2nd of October 2016, he'll be still in jail. He reaffirmed that he was still banned. The End Games, another article that I never heard of. Chris posted to his Pokemon Club's Facebook page on the 20th of March 2018, pleading to be let back into the shop. Endgame confirmed his ban on the 29th of March. It was a result of him arguing with management over whenever Sonic Shoe counted as a Pokemon, which is not. It's meant to be like a Pokemon Sonic hybrid. 2 years later, on January 2020, the Endgame's Twitter page blocked Chris's account after he demanded the shop to unban him so that he could learn to play Dungeons and Dragons. You could play that at a convention, Chris, but too bad, you're in fucking jail. Anytime Fitness. Again, it's like I've never read like some of these. Chris was at this gym for a short time in 2018 before getting the boot for being gassy and burping a lot. He, as well as Weens calling up the gym to harass management over Chris. Papa John's delivery only. On the 5th of August 2019, Chris reported that Papa John's in Charlottesville refused to deliver pizza to the Canada's 14 Bankland Court due to trolls and Weens spending years prank calling the establishment. Posing as Chris only found out about the parcel van after driving to the place to find out why the orders were being cancelled. He is still able to order pizza in person. It is extremely likely that there are other pizza places that had Chris's address blacklisted for the same reason. Websites. PlayStation Network. Main article. PSN blogs. Chris has gotten at least one temporary ban from PlayStation Network's social networking features as a result of making death threats to Adam's stepgirls. Oh, even I'm getting tired now. Yeah, it's like 10:30. And several others in one of his blog entries during August 2007 over Adams beating him in the Clop Clop Master Onion's rap showdown. Although what Chris incorrectly claimed was violation of the rules, one of the site's moderators ordered Chris to remove his blog entry, and when Chris responded by telling the moderator to shut up and go read the official rules, he found himself being slapped with a ban lasting approximately a month. DeviantArt. Chris has been banned twice from DeviantArt. Both times were for reasons where you can probably guess right off the bat: sexual imagery, without even bothering to use the proper mature filters. This time it was around May 2009, most likely due to the imagery of Sonic Clue number 7. The second was in August 2009, 28th. It's both in the same fucking year. Due to the infamous camel toe scene in Sonic Clue 9 and the sex scene between Blake and Bubbles the Rose Clue in Sonic Clue 8. YouTube. Oh yeah, he was banned a lot on YouTube. Chris abandoned his many accounts after troll attacks. One of his accounts, C-Clan Sonic Clue, was suspended because of 3 insulting videos he posted in tandem on the 10th of July 2009. On the 23rd of July 2016, Chris posted that YouTube has perma-banned his Quickville Guardian account from uploading videos. Chris believed the ban was due to his use of the F word. In reality, YouTube banned him for violating its policy on nude and sexual content after his channel received 2 strikes against it, one for image 3207 and the other one for fuck shake my boobies. Chris was unaware of the length of his ban, although the Kiwi Farms readers quickly determined it was for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's the thing, you gotta be careful what you post on YouTube nowadays, or back then and nowadays, because they're a bit strict. Like, you can still swear on YouTube, just like don't use like racist language if you mean it. It's like you can only do so much nowadays. On the 26th of July, he commuted the ban by uploading to another account. That's ban evading, and that can get you permanently banned. What's curious about this technically is you're not allowed to create another YouTube account after your previous channel has been suspended. Although it is possible that Chris made another account made another Google account, and since he didn't re-upload any of his old stuff, he was able to continue using a YouTube account. Now, that's true. I mean, like, technically you can do it if you got like another email or like another Google account, and that it's a bit like that. There's a site out there. I think it's called like Furfinity. If you get banned off of that, like if you get perma banned, you get IP banned. They have your IPs. They have the IP addresses because they keep the IP addresses of every single person that makes accounts on that site. And if you get IP banned, you can't do it unless you get a VPN. You make a new account under a new email, and they automatically save that new IP address, and then you can turn the VPN off and just use the site as normal. So yeah, that's one way to do it. Also, you got to use a different username and some different information, because otherwise they'll suss it's you. Wikipedia. On the 1st of May 2009, Chris created an account on Wikipedia. Why the fuck would anyone want an account on Wikipedia? It's all fake. Hoping to show his side and his life story. one that wasn't smeared by trolls. It was deleted soon afterwards for violating Wikipedia's policy on user pages and notability. Yeah, normal people can't post about themselves on there. You have to be a notable person or place. When he attempted to contest this course of action, his user account was indefinitely blocked, although blocking admin can actually believed to be a sock puppet or a troll and not the genuine article. As of now, the article named Chris Wrestling Chandler has been salted to prevent it from ever being recreated. In other words, that phrase has been put on the blacklist. Flipnote Hatana. After uploading and re-uploading numerous flip notes that violated the rules of the family-friendly Flipnote Hatana site, the moderators banned him permanently from uploading flip notes on the 2nd of July 2010. Chris had since evaded this plan. Flipnote CWCki was later released in February 2015 after Flipnote Hatana shut down on the 31st of August of May 2013. That was shut down on my birthday. That was horrible. eBay as a seller only. Chris has attempted to sell the original Sonic and Rose drawings on eBay since 1st of June 2014. Time and again, however, the listing of the picture was taken down either as a result of a troll involvement, the listing expiring, the asking price of $1,000 not helping in that aspect, even though it's like not even $1 worth for a drawing of his. Or in all true Chris fashion, breaking the terms of service on eBay for asking for offers on Facebook. This would accumulate in a 3-day ban from eBay on the 8th of June 2014. Chris, being incapable of taking a no for an answer, stated his intention to put the picture back on sale again the minute the ban expires. You do not do that. I have not used eBay in years. Hell of a long time I haven't used eBay. On the 12th of June, Chris reposted the listing, only for eBay to give him another ban. When the second ban expired, he posted a heavily edited version of the posting, although still possibly violating several YouTube terms of eBay's terms again. A third strike against Chris's tarnished eBay name is expected. Only time will tell if the world's largest online vendor will be added to the place that kicks Chris out and never lets him back in. I thought Amazon was the largest vendor in the world. Around September 2014, a guy named Mr. Smith, yeah, not me, decided to order one of Chris's mass-marketed medallions, thinking it would take 2 weeks to ship. Not to create the medallion itself. After the 2 weeks has passed by the medallion still not arrives, he filed a case to eBay, thus freezing Chris's PayPal. This really got Chris's duck in a twist and led to a complicated series of events that later ended in eBay refunding Mr. Smith. That's the thing, is has it ever been put out there if Mr. Smith was a troll or not? I'm not quite sure. On June 2019, Chris was banned from selling on eBay due to customer complaints on failure of his shipping orders. And that was that. Sega's customer service. GameStop was not the only place Chris is banned from for raging over Sonic Boom. On the 12th of December 2014, Chris sent Sega customer service an angry email that raged over Sonic Boom and told him to record anything with Sonic's blarms on them all else. Later that day, or the day after that, Sega banned his customer service account from the service. Thank fuck. Facebook, this is a long fucking list. On the 3rd of July 2015, Chris's Facebook account was taken down very briefly. While this is currently unknown while this occurred, it can likely be chalked up by Chris bending the rules on the website as per usual. These include screenshots of sexting, pictures of lizards mating, his optimizable death threats to Sega, and linking to a Wikipedia article about tribadism, with a sexual image as a thumbnail. The last straw is when he uploaded a drawing called Pink Lemonade, which featured Chris being showered with pink lemonade, or as Kim Wilson represents it, period blood, from a picture pouring out of a China-shaped lemon, and bragging about it will be on long enough for you to enjoy a glass. I've seen that picture and it is absolutely disgusting. It is beyond surprising that Facebook was able to keep up with Chris's shenanigans for 4 years before taking it down for the third time. His account was put back up the same day, proving that Chris is the ultimate bullet dodger. However, it seemed that he hadn't got off quite yet, as a recent picture he posted of his man boobs on the 9th of July was surprisingly taken down due to reports in which is the first time Chris has had a photo taken down on Facebook. He then reposted it, leading to his account getting deactivated for the second time this month. It was then put back up and then closed again and put up. It seems this where it continues on. But with Facebook taking down a post that asked Chris's followers to fund him a prosthetic China in September 2015, only time will tell. On the 29th of November 2014, the makers of Keep Sonic original page banned Chris from the group after a post was made containing death threats to Sega. Also on the 4th of October 2015, Chris got booted off the Amiibo Trade and Collectors page for hostile posts and making amiibos out of original characters. On the 15th of November 2016, Chris announced that Facebook had temporarily banned him for posting for a week due to his repeated death threats against Donald Trump on the platform. Lulu, I think that's a streaming service, isn't it? On the 15th of December, Chris got his account suspended from literature hosting site Lulu. That's not okay. The website doesn't allow publishers to publish fanfiction or stories based on copyrighted characters and or properties from other creators. Given that Chris used the website to publish copies of Sonic, you can guess how this turned out. He later made an alternate account on Lulu in order to keep selling his comics. Even so, Chris decided to lie to his audience and claimed that getting banned from Lulu was the cause of his creative groove being killed. On the 9th of February 2018, Chris reopened the account publicly and it quickly got banned through the efforts of A-Logs 3 days later. However, he simply circumvented the ban by making another account, proven when he posted a poll on whether fans should like a copy of Brian Fogboy's CWC prequel comic with their comic order in March 2018. Etsy. Chris's Etsy business seemed to be going pretty well until March 2016. When he bought a new PS4, the distraction left him ignoring many of his customers' orders, often for months. People who bought video greetings from him would be told by Chris mid-video that he hoped the video wouldn't be late. In June 2016, Chris's Etsy page vanished and he later stated that Quickville Shopping is on vacation. It is likely that Etsy took notice of the repeated complaints from his customers and banned him from selling. Where are we? Oh god. There we are. There. Social media profiles. Main articles doobie-doo over Tibervescent Garman, Lady of the Cosmos, now racking. In August 2017, Chris was blocked by 4 women he had been following on social media. Doopy blocked him from her Twitter and Patreon accounts after Chris kept repeatedly calling her darling, pledged to her patrons while begging his fan base for money, spammed her business with emails and stories about his day, and making clumsy attempts at befriending her, blocking her boyfriend on Twitter and continuously refusing to get it through his head that Doopy was not interested in being his friend. Wins also interfered by spamming her Twitter and making fake pledges to her Patreon to view the Rose Clue drawing she has made for Chris's pledge reward. Denver blocked him from Twitter due to Wins replying to her tweets, which resulted in her feed being overrun by their spam. Chris reacted to the blocks by creating Nightstar2891 sock puppet account. Then he tweeted them a handwritten apology letter calling him dear instead of darling. Doopy informed him yet again that she wasn't going to be his friend. He then blocked the sock puppet account. Tabitha later mentioned that she didn't enact her block because of Chris observing her messages via Nightstar, somehow decided that his give in leeway to send her a 21 tweet message through that account trying to befriend her. She blocked the sock puppet account as well. Lady of the Cosmo, a friend of Doopy, blocked Chris on Twitter after he sent her a tweet referring to her as dear, then doubled down on it after she called him out on it being inappropriate. Narakin blocked him around the 26th of August after he replied to her tweets about relationship, and swarm of Weens spammed her account with accusations against Chris and telling her to block him. She has not commented on the reason for the block. Patreon. Chris's Patreon was nuked on the 2nd of August 2021 following the incest leaks here. That was like one of the recent ones. Tapas is a comic hosting website, one which Chris himself used to host the Sonic Youth comics and linked to his YouTube page. Shortly after his arrest, his comics were blocked for violation of community guidelines, either due to the incest allegations or because of the graphic content of some of the issues. That I never heard of before. Like, I didn't hear that he was banned from that site after his arrest. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Discord servers. Sonic World DX. A Discord server for Sonic World, a Sonic the Hedgehog fan game which uses the ability to use modded characters. Chris was first temporarily kicked from the server for stealing mods without permission. Was he able to use mods? I'm pretty sure you need Blender. I'm not sure. I haven't used Blender, even though I kind of want to. Despite being allowed to rejoin the server, Chris was permanently banned after continuing to Kira's fire over the takedown of Sonic Mod, personally updated from Game Banana. Official Quickie server. That's the server I'm in, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Chris was encouraged by Watchman Bismouth, now this is not the one, to join the official Quickie server, which he did on the 10th of August 2020. He was banned 4 days later, with a mod stating this was because the Quickie's goal was only to document Chris and not provide him with a platform to push his agendas. It was never imagined that Chris will use this server to ramble about his fantasies. A separate server was made for Chris to do just that, but the setup was unfinished. Chris didn't join it, and the link was removed by Weens, but once Weens got hold of it. I actually want to check something now. What is that server I'm in? It's the what is this? It's the Sonic Christian posting. Okay, it's like a fan one, it's not the official one. I don't think the official one exists anymore. Organisations, the Cub Scouts. I didn't know he was a scout. Chris stated in part 4 of his KCWC Top 10 Declaration Special that he was kicked out of the Wolf Cub Scouts in the late 1980s. Fucking hell. Yeah, I never heard of that one. Because he was autistic, undoubtedly it was something that he did not tell us. His commentary suggested he was routinely angered his then mothers with his illogical behaviour, and that he believed that was the reason he was banned. In 2014, while on a date with Catherine, he elaborated he was probably been outbursting and loud for something, although he couldn't remember. In a mailbag, Chris revealed that his parents tried to sue Boy Scouts of America over the incident. Yeah, Chris being autistic and that being in the 80s and him being like a child, he was probably screeching a lot and it kept annoying people, and that's probably why he got kicked. Petermount, Virginia Community College. I read this one. Main article. 2 incidents occurred here. The first occurred on Chris's 21st birthday on the 24th of February 2003. Chris originally blamed the incident on him having an outburst while he was kicked out of class, after telling a male professor that he, like a main character in the story that they were learning about, was autistic. According to Emily, however, it turned out that he was kicked out because of his homophobic tendencies, causing him to say something derogatory. In either case, Chris started his love quest this day. The second incident occurred when, in mid-October 2003, the Dean of Student Services, Mary Lee Walsh, spotted Chris in his attraction sign and took it away, criticising Chris for his actions. As she believed he was trying to solicit sex on his campus. That's technically what he was doing. When Walsh destroyed a second sign, Chris raged and went on the offence. The incident led to her banning Chris for a year, forcing him to see a psychiatrist and go to anger management classes, neither of which seemed to help. On December 2014, Chris would be permanently banned from setting foot in PVCC after his attempt at an apology letter to Mary Lee Walsh, which she likely interpreted as the ramblings of an insane individual, which she wanted far away from herself and her students. Grace Baptist Church. I've never known about this places, like some of these. Chris was banned from his old church in 2008. He claimed it in a mailbag with Lord Silly Nipples. Pastor John Heartless did not like the views I expressed in a video I did on my 25th birthday, and found the ED page. Later in mailbag 14, it was claimed it was because of the pastor did a background check on me and found images of women in bikinis on my Facebook. He was offended. Why was he stalking him? The only people that need to do background checks on people are the police when they're hiring people or arresting people, or like your workplace if they do that kind of thing. Going by his frequent threats to use his new congregation as a personal army, it's not unlikely that Chris was booted out of the church when he linked his pastor to his ED page, in the hope of Mr. Heartless would incite the congregation into raiding the ED page for Chris. Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church. That's a fucking mouthful. A letter leaked on the 30th of March 2013 revealed that sometime between July 2011 and March 2013, Chris had earned himself a temporary ban from Wesley Methodist, probably because he had repeatedly and annoyingly aired his endless grievances about trolls during the homily. We got another quote here. I feel ever since Reverend Elizabeth Foss left our church, it has greatly gone downhill for me. Ed Winkler banned me from the church for a month. He had banned me from speaking my piece during the shared joys and concerns, and from that I have felt unnecessarily silenced. Now it's Chris on how his own church is now playing kick to autistic. Chris got into hot water with the church again a few years later. In August 2017, he decided to wear his unicorn cosplay from BronyCon, like a fucking idiot, to a service and had to be removed and told to remove it, being it be wildly inappropriate. Although Chris may have not been permanently banned from visiting Memorial, as far as we know, he ceased his involvement with the church for some time at the point of the late 2010s, as his religious views has diverged greatly from mainstream Christianity. Yeah, he's essentially God now. Too many games. Chris was kicked out of the 2018 Goons convention on day 2 as a result of being inappropriately touchy and kissing attendees. He reacted by curling down on the floor for a good period of time before security took him out. CWCki Fest. This is actually a new one. A My Little Pony convention to be held in Ocean City in Maryland in May 2020. It's a brand new one, I think. Chris had it on the list of possible cons to travel to. However, the convention had him at the top priority of a permaban list. Incidentally, above a known pedo fork, it was postponed twice due to the coronavirus pandemic. Yeah, that's the thing, is like it's actually started in 2020. I think like this is the first one in 2022. I don't really know because it doesn't really have an article about it. Probably has a website though. Everything Northwest. Chris originally wanted to attend his convention back in June and July 2021, but was banned after audio leak of Chris admitting to incestuous relations with Barb. We're actually going to bring this picture up because it looks good. Family houses, 14 Bankland Court. That's right, it has been banned from his own fucking house following the revelation that Chris was having a sexual relationship with his mother. Greene County Police conducted a welfare check at 14 Bankland Court on the 30th of July 2021. The police issued an emergency protective order against Chris, banning him from his own house until the 5th of August. He fucked that up, didn't he? He was arrested in Richmond on the 1st of August and has been in jail ever since. Well, in jail, then a mental hospital, and then back in jail recently. Aunt Harriet and Uncle Tom's house. In the wake of being kicked out of his own home for the allegations of committing incest with his mother, Chris tried to make plans to stay with his Aunt Harriet and Uncle Tom. However, they forbade him from doing so before he arrived, and even told the police that he was not allowed on their property. You know what? Good on them. Good on them for sticking to their guns. I hear that they're looking after Barb as well. So yeah, 14 Bankland Court is empty, I believe. I don't know. Jail facilities. The rec room is a brand new bit here. Chris liked to play basketball in the Central Virginia Regional Jail Recreation Room, mentioning it in a letter from the 8th of November 2021. However, on the 30th of November, Chris wrote in another letter that the room had since been restricted to him. In other words, he fucked up in jail as well. Okay, we got another bit. I thought we was done. Looking ahead. If Chris's incest charge is upgraded to a felony, he will then have to register as a sex offender for at least 15 years. Holy shit, they're going to have to tag him for that. The level of restriction will depend on whenever Chris has to register as a Tier 1, Tier 2 or Tier 3 offender. However, we can expect that Chris will not be allowed to return to 14 Bankland Court, as the residence is currently occupied by Barb, whom is forbidden to see. Yeah, I don't think she's there anymore. I think she's with the aunt and uncle. However, there's no proof of this. They could have cleaned up the house and let her live back there. Or I don't know. No one knows. Chris will not be able to live within 500 feet, 150 metres from a church, school or daycare. Well, that's good for others. Chris will have very limited work and housing options due to the social stigma against sex offenders. Chris will not be able to vote in elections without a pardon from Governor Glenn Youngkin, Republican. Well, to be fair, most politicians are pedos anyway, so there you go. Or they're crooked. And finally, Chris will be banned from all future conventions, malls, hobby shops like comic book and video game stores, movie theatres, arcade concerts, and many places with children or anybody considered vulnerable to a sex offender for the rest of his life. In other words, he's banned from seeing anyone. Chris will still be allowed to use the internet under the approval and supervision of a probation officer, because state level bans has been ruled unlawful. In other words, they need to give paedophiles and criminals human rights for some reason. I don't know why. However, the position of social media websites on allowing convicted sex offenders varies. Twitter does not specifically ban convicted sex offenders, but Meta does, meaning that Chris may lose his Facebook and Instagram accounts if he's convicted. That's the thing, his Facebook and Instagram account is still up, by the way. YouTube has banned creators and figures from their platform after they have been found guilty of certain crimes and real-world harm. In any case, the unholy content may have been an easy job in banning Chris from several websites and places loitering from social stigma against sex offenders. As the things like main websites now, they go on the line like guilty until proven innocent, or like innocent until proven guilty. So they will not ban him until he's unless he's been found guilty in a court of law. If Chris does manage to avoid the homeless saga by finding a house that accepts registered sex offenders, who accepts sex offenders nowadays? Oh, there's a lot of places in America that accept sex offenders. Just go to fucking Biden, he'll take you in. The unholy content will not be able to easily deploy pocket parks to drive Chris away. This is because in Virginia, a public park has the right next to a church. Has to be right next to a church, school or daycare to receive the 500 feet exclusion zone. See also apology letters, urban contacts, and all that bollocks. Right, that has been a fucking long one. So let's see. This has been the he got banned from Sequestria. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see who they banned. So at the top of the fucking list, him. And they also banned Toon Critic, Y2K, for no good reason, Fanon Frenzy, Taylor, the Cyberpunk, Blacksmith Brony, aka Sexualized Pony. I wonder why. Draw Ponies, Artwork T, and them. I'm guessing they're all really fat people. So yeah, that's been the list of places that has banned Chris. How long have I been recording? Almost 15 minutes. Fuck me. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you guys next time.